WB World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins made some alarming comments in a recent interview, and I want to discuss it because at the time where WB is counting on him to be the workhorse for their company, that's the reason they put the World Heavyweight title on him. He's dealing with some severe injuries, and that could limit not only his title reign, but potentially his career and how much he is used going forward, and if the bet that he's making on himself right now is even worth it. So, when Roman Reigns became the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, he signed a new deal with WWE in which called for more money and limited dates. He only works PLEs and TVs. He rarely works house shows, and he really rarely works TVs. It's mainly PLEs, but he's the hottest guy in the business, and I get it, I understand it, and let's move on. Now, with the World Heavyweight title, WB kept nixing, splitting up the Universal and WB titles and getting the titles off of Roman Reigns. Hell, he was supposed to do that at WrestleMania 39, but that didn't happen. So, leads to the creation of the World Heavyweight title and Seth Rollins being champion. And when he was on Logan Paul's Impulsive podcast, he made some alarming comments. And this is what he said when asked regarding whether he's changed up his recovery or training regimen. Now, honestly, I do my same thing. I just try to change up my training based on how I feel. There's a constant injury. My knees have been bugging me since before WrestleMania 39. I was having issues with that. My neck is acting up. My lower back has been at me since 2019. Probably should get some surgery on that, but just trying to do whatever I can to make sure I don't need it because I have a couple of stress fractures back there, end quote. That was courtesy of WrestleZone. That's alarming because back injuries are severe. If you think about it, that's the most bumped body part that wrestlers have. Randy Orton learned this the hard way in May of 2020. He finally made the decision of, okay, I'm going to take time off and I'm going to let my back heal. He was supposed to be out for just a few months and come back to feud with Matt Riddle, only to be sidelined for the entire year. He hasn't come back because he had to have back fusion surgery. It's kind of rare. Well, I don't know about rare, but you don't hear about it much in wrestling. I digress. It's still severe. And for a guy who is supposed to be the workhorse, because the world title, okay, not only is it the top prize on Monday Night Raw, but more importantly, it's the top prize at all the house shows. So Seth Rollins, as long as he's world champion, is expected to go to all of the house shows on Saturday and Sunday, as well as European tours and Mexican tours and international tours and everything kind of tours. He's supposed to go and work main events. He's supposed to work 20, 30, 40 minutes a night, every night, for over 200 days a year. And with a guy with a bad back, and I know he's been doing it for a few months, it's only going to get worse and worse. So, best of luck to Rollins. Hopefully, everything will be okay. But I thought that was alarming.